Hello, my name is Raven Ford. I am doing a problem solution video essay for my English course. Today, I will inform you all on the wrongdoings and wrongful convictions done through our very own North Carolina court systems. How would you feel while standing in a courtroom before a judge who was completely disregarding anything you are trying to plead? What are the thoughts running through your head as the judge states he is sentencing you to life in prison? Well, Mr. Darrell Hunt was in the exact position. Now, I know some of you may be wondering, who is he? So, Darrell Hunt, Winston-Salem resident, was convicted of first-degree murder of Deborah Sykes at the age of 19. Hunt was sentenced to life in prison in 1984 for the crime that he did not commit. However, 10 years later, in 1994, the crime scene DNA evidence had proven Hunt was not guilty of the homicide. North Carolina Department of Corrections held Hunt for another 10 years through another 10 repealing processes, and it wasn't until Hunt's attorney requested DNA to be ran through the state's database in 2004. The results from the database were shocking. The DNA evidence from the crime scene had matched a man already incarcerated for another murder that had been committed. Finally, on February 4th of 2004, Hunt was exonerated by DNA evidence and was able to walk free. Darrell Hunt spent a total of 20 years behind bars for a crime whose DNA was improperly handled. Hunt was awarded a private bill of over $1 million from the city of Winston-Salem. After everything Hunt had been through, he became the face of the Innocence Project, which is a nonprofit organization that works to exonerate the innocent who have been wrongly convicted. Unfortunately, Darrell Hunt passed away March of last year. Yet, the overturning of his case provides hope for many inmates in the same predicament. Not only are there innocent individuals sitting in prison, but there are also several inmates that have been presented with a time sentence that doesn't even fit the crime. According to the Federal Bureau of Prisons, about 46.3% of inmates locked away are on drug offenses. In contrast, only 3.1% of inmates are locked away on homicide offenses. Clearly, the court system is focused on the wrong offense type. Why are there more killers roaming freely than those with drug offenses? Inmates sentenced to drug offenses are given anywhere from 5 to up to 15 years in prison. These inmates with nonviolent convictions are receiving just as much time as those committing suicide. Of course, with more inmates in the system comes the increase of prison expenditures. The average daily cost per inmate is $83.29, which annually is equivalent to $29,160 per inmate. The North Carolina Department of Corrections has a $1.1 billion budget that is always less than what the actual costs are. As North Carolina taxpayers, we end up providing on average $1,204 annually towards the North Carolina Department of Corrections for prisons. As a North Carolina citizen, now aware of the issues within prison and court systems, I would like to see some changes made immediately. My first solution to improving our courts and prison systems is to establish a level-based DNA testing process during the trialing process of an individual. Meaning, with the DNA evidence from a crime scene, it will follow a 3-level testing tiering process, where the first 2 levels of the process will commit the basic testing of the evidence. And once the evidence finally reaches the third tier, it will be ran through the state's database for any type of matches that may be found. Next, I will work up a proposal to adjust the sentencing grid followed by the court system for nonviolent convictions. The North Carolina court system president is whom I will be in contact with about the proposal. This proposal is being created to request for the sentencing grids to become more fitting to the crime. There is no way someone should have to spend 15 years of their lives in prison for a drug. With a passed proposal, the state will be benefiting because that will cut the inmate costs annually also. Lastly, we definitely have to educate the community on the wrongdoings of our North Carolina court system. The Innocence Project has been around for almost 3 decades working for those wrongly convicted. I will get in contact with founders Peter Newfield and Barry Scheck on hosting a rally educating the community of this issue present. The rally will be held in central Winston-Salem, which is significant because of Daryl Hunt's case. Being that Winston-Salem State University is also in the city, we will promote the rally by posting several flyers in advance on campus and around the city. The rally will involve an educative session on the court systems of North Carolina, cases of the wrongly convicted, and how the Innocence Project helps in assisting this issue. There will also be refreshments and informative takeaway brochures at the rally also. North Carolina court and prison systems has to get better. Us as North Carolina citizens have to get out here and promote change. By establishing a level-based DNA testing process to point out what's been overlooked, adjusting the sentencing grid for nonviolent offenses, and educating the community on everything that is going on, we will begin to see the change that we need to see. We can only see the change with your support, of course. Thank you.